సో డే ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికీ మన ఛానల్కు స్వాగతం. ముఖ్యంగా గురుకుల ప్రిపరేషన్, ముఖ్యంగా ఇది జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ సంబంధించింది. మన గురుకులాలకు మీ అందరికీ తెలిసిందే, మనకు పేపర్ 1 100 మార్క్స్ ఉంటాయి. అందులో జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఏంది అంటే 30 మార్క్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఈ జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అనేది మనకు రేపు టీఆర్టీకి కానీ గురుకుల కానీ దాదాపు అన్నిట్లో కామన్. మీకు ఏ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్కి వెళ్ళినా కూడా ఈ యొక్క జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అనేది మోస్ట్ కామన్ సబ్జెక్టు. అయితే మనకు దాన్ని ఎట్లా మనం 30కి సాధించాలి, ఎట్లయితే మనం మార్క్స్ స్కోర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనే విషయాన్ని గురించి మామూలుగా ఇక్కడ ఇంగ్లీష్ మేడం గారు వారు ఇప్పుడు పిహెచ్డి ఇంగ్లీష్లో కూడా పిహెచ్డి వారు దానికి సబ్మిట్ చేయడం అనేది జరిగింది. సరే ఏదైనా వారు ఏంటంటే మన కోసం ఈ యొక్క జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఏ రకంగా చదివితే మనం చేయగలుగుతాం అనే అంశాన్ని గురించి దయచేసి చెప్పాల్సిందిగా వేడుకుంటాను.
Good evening, friends. Thank you, sir. English for all Gurukulas as well as for all subject examinees. There is allotment of 30 marks for. The title itself indicates basic proficiency in English. So it is not confined to any syllabus or chapter. How much English language aptitude do you have is being tested here. So that's the reason why it is called. And friends, the committee which has decided what are the elements to develop proficiency in English to test, have given basic proficiency in English and school level English grammar. So thank God we have been given school level English grammar. So what I request all of you friends here is when I have gone through the syllabus, I came to know all the elements, all the aspects of English grammar related to proficiency are included in the syllabus. So if you don't mind, what I would like to tell you all is you practice right from 6th class onwards, whether it's a central syllabus book or a state syllabus book. But I feel state syllabus book is very apt and suitable to prepare for school level English grammar. Now how to prepare? Why do I suggest the school level English grammar here is after every lesson there are questions or some sections. One is reading comprehension, one is vocabulary, one is grammar, writing, project work, how well, or self assessment, that is how well you have understood the lesson. So the topics which are useful for our preparation for our examination here is you can go for vocabulary as well as grammar. You can also go for writing, but that is as far as vocabulary, words and sentences are concerned, these two sections are ideal for preparation. And if you don't mind, one more I would like to tell you all is 6th, if you take 6th class first lesson and 7th first lesson, 8th first lesson, 9th first lesson, 10th first lesson, like that you have to take for grammar or vocabulary. Otherwise totally you prepare for 6th class, then go for 7th class, then go for 8th class, 9th class and 10th class. Now what I felt here is articles. It is right from 5th onwards we have articles. Okay, so what is that? What kind of question is given for articles for 5th class? Same articles is there in 10th class also. So what kind of question is given in 10th class is a bit advanced. So you can go through articles. That's the reason why friends concept, 7th class articles concept, like this you can go. Or all grammar exercises in 6th class, all vocabulary exercises in 6th class and 7th. Now you may ask me you may get one doubt that it could be something which is related to the lesson. How do I know some things which are related to the lesson and which could be out of the box for you? But no worry at all, it is not like that. You can go to, even without the lesson also you can go through. Sometimes you feel like that I have to refer the lesson and answer this question, then just go through the lesson, have a glance at the lesson, just scan for the information in the lesson and write down and do this exercise. And so verbs, modals, speech, non-finites, degree that active and passive voice, prepositions, conjunctions. All topics are there from 6th to 10th class in state English textbooks. So you can go for that. Next, vocabulary. Synonyms, verbs are related pair of words are there. They are nothing but called as collocation. There. So you can go for vocabulary in this. Then coming to words and sentences. Choose appropriate words. Every lesson is appended with choose appropriate words, because students have under vocabulary and grammar choose the right word from the given box. More words are given, blanks are less, they need to select the word and write. So that exercise is there, you can go through it. So that is one. Words often confused is there in 10th class also. And sentence arrangement. Earlier in when CIEFL was there was a non-detailed textbook for all classes. There, after reading the story, students need to scramble events of the story. Need to number the sentences so that they form the story. Like that also you can do. Okay, now that is one thing. And next, completion, filters and so all these are there in words and sentences. And I feel all these are also there. Concept, general chapter, and all sentence is given, which is divided into 5 or 6 parts. One part contains an error. Which part has an error we have to write. Rearrangement also is the same. All the 2 or 3 sentences are given, they are numbered, and after they are numbered, they give the arrangement. Multiple choice. What we need to do? We need to have in the rough work how they come in a sequential order. That sequential. So these are not taking. So and when the what I request you all is, whichever questions, grammar, direct, articles or tenses or active and passive voice, reported speech, conditionals, what is transformation of sentences. Transformation of sentences this year they have included in 10th class syllabus. They give you 6 sentences and they have to write 4. So now you can understand what vision is there for the curriculum developers, how they have to face the challenges after they complete the school age. That's the reason why most of the things in the question paper are also revamped, reorganized, so that children can have this kind of question papers. They don't feel that they are very strange for them. So you can understand all these are very, very common concepts. But the point here is these common concepts, how to tackle in the examination. So preparation of these concepts is one part. Tackling them in the examination in 2 ways. In terms of time management, in terms of understanding the question and writing the answer. So first of all, we need to know all the phenomena, concepts. There is no need to have know the names and terms. The functions of verbs, functions of adverb, function of a conjunction. We need to know this. So I suppose when you are preparing for Gurukulas, PGTs, when you are writing PGT and TGT examination, you all know this content. Now the point here is how to tackle this content, in what way it appears in the examination, how I need to attempt these questions in the examination. For example, I'll try to read out one question. See, fill in the blanks with a and the or no article. That means there could be an article, there could be no article also. Okay, so like that they have given you 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes. So suppose A and the fits in one you don't have an article. So unless you have a competent or you have a firm grip on articles, it's not that you can't answer. In the time space, on the time limit to answer, you require expertise and practice, for which Friends, I suggest you Renan Martin, Raymond Murphy, all these. Raymond Murphy, you have from lower level, 6th and 7th level to degree level, people prepare for probationary officers. Till there you have this, Raymond Murphy, and you can prepare Martin Hevings, Raymond Murphy, various stages of grammar books are there. Renan Martin, as you know, you are all familiar with that, so you can use them. Okay, but don't confine yourself to one chapter. Use different exercises from different books. And most important is you need to go across different types of competitive examination papers where English appears. Even for going to post graduation in engineering also, they have 5 marks for English. So there also they give such kind of questions. So they have a broad vision about what kind of questions are to be tested. So content is not important. How to tackle that in the examination, how to go through that question in the exam, and how to answer within the specified time limit, and how to understand the question is very, very important. Next, I'll read out one more question. He is carrying the books for several months before the examination is conducted in October 2015. Okay, what is asked here? Which of the following phrases given below the sentence should replace the underlined phrases to make the sentence grammatically correct? That means they already gave you. First part is the sentence is grammatically incorrect. Now that is one part. So there is no need of time here to spend because already they are underlined. Now the second issue is the 4 multiple choice answers are there. From these 4 multiple choice answers, how to replace that underlined part with this one. So, and in that each multiple choice also you have 2 parts in that for 2 dashes, 2 underlined parts. So there you need to be a bit careful to answer this. And next, see, there are 4 sentences and they are giving you marks when you find out which of the sentence is grammatically correct. That means you spend time on the 4 choices to find out. First to read you spend time, and then to find out again you spend time. That is what, friends, I told you, that this is to be kept in mind, that management of time is very, very important. All these are very simple sentences, but time management and reading in the examination is a bit where you need you need to be very careful. Okay, a sudden slip of mind or small slip of mind may also give you negative mark for that. For that you need to be very, very careful. And which of the following sentences is in agreement with the verb? That means the verb as well as the subject as well as verb. That means you need to understand the collective nouns which are important for the verb. Suppose you take the example of staff, then the collective noun should be is. So collective noun is staff and the verb should be is. Sometimes staff and principal are there. It takes are. So looking at staff, you can't decide, since staff is there I'll write are, or since only principal is there I'll write is. So these are some of the grammatical concepts that is called concord subject verb agreement. Okay, so there are many issues in subject verb agreement which are to be read once and practiced many times. And there is also one bit where which of the following sentence is grammatically incorrect. So there also grammatically correct, grammatically incorrect, both ways and one more important logic here is, even one chapter of grammar you are not that perfect as another chapter of grammar also may also lead you, or that also will lead you to negative mark, because that chapter wherever you are weak you may not find grammatically correct or incorrect. All the grammar concepts are included in that sentence. So this is the logic where you will be entitled either to gain the mark or to lose the mark. So friends, don't get confused. Practice is only the solution for all this. And making yourself familiar with all types of questions, all type of examination questions, you require a bit of hard work. Some kind of industry has to go on behind preparing for the exam. So That is one. And next, what is that? Which one of the following is not written inappropriately in passive voice? That means you need the knowledge of active voice and passive voice also. And after you know what is passive voice, what is incorrect in passive voice? Which one of the following sentences is not written inappropriately in passive voice? Yes, is not written inappropriately means only. Instead of asking you this, that means one sentence is correct in passive voice, which is that one. So for here also, first of all, you need to know what are the important corners of passive voice. First you have to tick them. Later you have to go for the slender differences between one sentence and the other sentence. So that is what we need to. So content is tested here. The functional aspect of passive voice is also tested. Once again I'll repeat, friends, which one of the following sentences not written inappropriately in passive voice? Which of the following sentences is correct in passive voice? They ought to have asked like that. But since it's a competitive examination, they ask like this: is not written inappropriately in passive voice. See the way the question is asked. So knowing passive voice is one, understanding the question is the other part. And next, management of time is one, and recalling the phenomena which are involved to write correct sentence in passive voice is, in passive voice is the other aspect. So nearly 4 to 5 phenomena have to come in our mind to understand the question and write answer correctly. Next, which of the following statements is written correctly in reported speech? See the difference between the previous question and this one. Previous question is a bit logically tested, whereas this is very clear. The road is very clear. What is that they have asked you? Which of the sentence is correct in reported speech? Means if you know reported speech, which of the sentence is correct in reported speech? Usually past tense or past perfect tense you have in reported speech. Basing on that kind of principle, first of all you enter into that question reading the multiple choice answers. I feel that you'll be able to successfully identify the incorrect use of degrees of comparison among the following. See, degrees of, again, identify the incorrect degrees of comparison. They didn't give you positive, comparative, superlative. First these three we should know, and in these three which is incorrect also we need to know. Okay, and one more I would like to tell you, friends, here is though you don't know the answers for certain grammar sentences when you practice, no worry at all. Go on practicing, write the answers, then verify it with the answer booklet or the key which is given for the questions. That, and when you verify it with the key, suppose you have written B, the answer is A. Don't just write A. Why answer is A is correct, or why my B answer is wrong. If you read like that, instead of attempting 40 questions, even if you attempt in your time limit or the time you have allotted for English reading, 20 questions you do also, that will give you, some knowledge of grammar, how to write these questions. But I did 100 questions in which 20 are correct or 40 are, don't satisfy with that. You read only 20, no issue at all. But in this 20, 10 are correct, 10 are wrong. Why this 10 are wrong? Or why that answer is correct? That you have to read, find out for your own self. Then you will get your good knowledge of grammar, and how to explore an competitive examination question also you will be able to know. And as far as vocabulary is concerned, friends, in vocabulary they'll ask you the meaning, synonym, antonym, homonym, homophone, like this. So when you come to homophone, words with phone, sound, phonetic sound, so the words which have similar sounds. When you come to homonyms, spelling is same, everything is same, but there are different meanings. Suppose I take the example of BOARD, board. Okay, board is a blackboard, SSC board is a board. So like this group of members is called a board. So like the same word, same spelling, same pronunciation, they are called homonyms. Homonyms is nothing but similar words. Homophone, SALE, sale, SAIL, sale. Like this you have similar sound. Okay, SEEC, SEAC. Like this you have similar sounds. So they are called as homophones. So you need to take care of all this. And prefixes and suffixes. Okay, generally un, im, ir, like that. So these words. So take a text. it is helpful for comprehension. And identify all the prefixes, identify all the suffixes, identify all what kind of prefix is used, what kind of suffix is used. There are ION words, there are SION words. Suppose you take the example of possible, it becomes impossible. Okay, it is very simple what I told you. But generally I find students like this: successful, unsuccessful. Okay, but success opposite is failure. They don't identify. Unsuccess they write. Generally, in my experience, what I came to know, I'm telling you all. So you need to take care of all this in regarding prefixes and suffixes, vocabulary, what is that, synonyms and antonyms. And I found in one of the papers here that they are asking you to find out the closest word. Closest word is nothing but synonym or meaning. But what's I use, friends? All the four are also strange for us. The word which is underlined is strange. All the four are also strange. So when such kind of questions are given, I advise you all to read the Hindu newspaper, which contains, and there is also an exercise on vocabulary. Every week or weekly twice you get that vocabulary exercise, and that newspaper, one paragraph or two paragraphs gives you, makes you familiar with more number of new words and difficult words. That is my suggestion. Or you can read any text, unseen text, a bit advanced text. So it could be a newspaper report, poetry or something else also. You will be getting more number of strange words. So because this kind of questions, word is strange, all the four answers are also strange. So there it's very difficult to answer the question. And antonym is nothing but the opposite in meaning. Those words they'll give you, meanings they'll give you, closer in meaning they'll give you. So vocabulary is to be practiced like that. And as far as sentences and words are concerned, the word order is missing. The word order is missing. Generally, what are you doing, what you are doing, like this also people ask. We are more, we listen to more such kind of subject, verb subject inversion or like such kind of things in spoken English. So spotting errors also, it may come under spotting errors also. A long sentence is given to you in which 4 or 5 parts are underlined, they are not in an order. You need to arrange them in an order to get a meaning. So it so happens, friends, with such kind of questions is, first of all, they take a long time. Second, friends, is any part of the question may appear same. I can keep like this, I can keep like that also. So there you lose time. That's a bit for which you need to go on reading. Even you take any paper, any small newspaper or some kind of paper, suppose you get Mirchi Bhaji, in that also newspaper or some kind of paper you have, just go through it, go on browsing it. It's not that you don't require a computer and a mobile for it. Just go on browsing many number of things, and you may not get information. Just browsing it will give you familiarity to strange words. Okay, and one more suggestion I would like to give for comprehension. Generally, that's a practice I do in the class. What is that? Is read a passage, make your own questions. Don't depend on the questions which are given there. Make your own questions. Make your own questions and write. When you make a question, you know what is the answer. Okay, and if you are doing a group work, okay, or else you are doing, even if you are not doing group work, you have classmates and friends, same passage you take, you ask your friend to write questions, you also write questions, another friend to write questions, exchange the questions. Don't write answers, exchange the questions. That will give you lot of scope, in-depth understanding of the passage. So when you try to explore orally, just in your mind, that sensitivity of the question, how sensible questions are. I could not write the question like this, where my friend wrote the question like this. So such kind of questions you'll get. You may write only your type of question, but when your friend writes questions, you'll have more number of chances of going through strange questions. So that level of reading comprehension is also very important. And when you come to ordering of the sentences also, you make your own answers. Don't go for the key. You try to gather the answers from all your friends. Just have a small discussion on a mobile conference talk, whatever it is. So why did you make this order in the sentence? Why did you make that answer? Then your friend will say, this is the order of the passage or the story. So I felt the story like this. Later you take out the key and write the answer. Check for the answer. Then you'll come to know why I wrote the answer like this, why my friend wrote the answer like that. Okay, so that is what is called as the way you have understood the passage, the way you have explored the passage, the way your logical sequence of ideas went on in your mind is something different from your partner or your friend. So that way you have to make discussions. All things only you can do, I feel such type of questions we may not do. Group discussion, peer discussion could be a great help to you, and it could be a wonderful strategy to work out. And how to gain vocabulary, any piece of paper, whatever you get, go on reading it. If at all you find chance, you have interest, you have time, you want to focus more on it, 1 or 2 words. See, I got 10 strange words from that passage. 1 or 2 words, check for the dictionary. Mobile has a dictionary, 2 minutes it will be over. Okay, and that is one way. And friends, I would like to tell you, if you don't mind, if you don't feel that something is low level we are going, but all the textbooks of SCRT from 6th to 10th class are helpful for to improve basic proficiency in English. Either you could be a story or different genres of language, just go on reading them as a storybook, and later you go on answering them. First level you do that, later you go for Martinet, Thompson and Martinet, Raymond Murphy, or N. Martin. All these books are quite helpful. Martin Hevings, all these are very helpful to you, but they give you only discrete type of question. That means they don't have functional aspect. Directly a topic is taught to you, and definitely they are tested. So to build the content on the exercise, they are good, but as far as your examination is concerned, that content is to be applied, that is functional grammar is being tested, because language is for communication, language is to share ideas, language is a part of our daily life. That's the reason why the testing is done like this. So friends, I feel that you have you could catch some of the insights what I tried to give you, and any doubts you have, already I told my number 9490457176. It could be a welcome. It is my pleasure to talk to you all and clarify your doubts. 9490457176 is my personal contact number. You can call me anytime. If I don't answer also, I'll call you back again. What is that? Some kind of insight, general insight I would like to give you on general grammar for 30 marks in paper 1 for all subject students. Wish you all the best. My talk could provide 1% insight and transform your thinking, your preparation for examination. I am very thankful to God. Thank you very much, sir. Over to sir.
మేడం మరొకసారి ఎందుకంటే నేను కూడా ఇప్పుడు మీరెంత ఇంగ్లీష్లో పర్ఫెక్ట్గా మాట్లాడారు, నాది కూడా తెలుగు మీడియం బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. నేను మీలాగా అంత పర్ఫెక్ట్గా లేను. నాలాంటి చాలామంది తెలుగు మీడియం మిత్రులు ఉన్నారు. మీరు మాట్లాడిన దానిలో కొంచెం అర్థమై ఉండొచ్చు, కొంచెం అర్థం కాకపోయి ఉండొచ్చు కూడా వాళ్ళకు. అయినప్పటికీ ఇంగ్లీష్ అనేది ఒక ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఎట్లా చేయాలనేది నాకైతే అర్థమైంది. బహుశా మన వాళ్ళు కూడా మరొకసారి వింటారు. మీరు చెప్పింది నాకు సూక్ష్మంగా నేను మళ్ళీ మిత్రులకు తెలుగు మీడియం ఎవరైనా ఉన్నట్టయితే ఆ మిత్రులకు విజ్ఞప్తి ఏంటంటే, మేడం గారు తెలిసే బట్ మరొకసారి నేను ఒక సమప్ లాగా చేస్తున్నాను. అంటే 6th నుంచి అంటే మనకు మామూలుగా స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ 5th అంటున్నారు. ఈవెన్ ఆర్టికల్స్ కూడా 5th క్లాస్లో ఉంటాయి అంటున్నారు. తర్వాత గురుకులాలు అన్నీ 5th కెళ్ళే స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి. మీ అందరికీ తెలిసిందే. సమ్ ఆఫ్ గురుకులాస్ ఆర్ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ 5th క్లాస్ దట్ ఇస్ సెల్ఫ్. సో దయచేసి 5th క్లాస్కి వెళ్ళి కూడా ఫస్ట్ మేడం గారు ఏమంటున్నారంటే టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ తీసుకోండి, ఒకసారి గ్లాన్స్గా తిరిగేయండి. ఖచ్చితంగా దానికి వెళ్ళి ఇప్పుడు ఆర్టికల్స్ కానీ 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th వరకు వెళ్ళినట్టయితే లెవెల్ పెరుగుతుందని చెప్తున్నారు. లెవెల్ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది. అదేవిధంగా గ్రామర్ పార్ట్ ఎండ్కి ఇస్తారంటున్నారు. అదేవిధంగా ప్యాసేజ్ కూడా మనకు రీడింగ్ అనేది ఫాస్ట్గా వస్తుంది. మనకు మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైతే మనం చదవడం ప్రారంభమవుతుందో, మీకు కూడా తెలిసిందే 6th అయినా కూడా కొంచెం అంటే మనకు మామూలుగా సింపుల్ టు కాంప్లెక్స్ మనం వెళ్తాం కాబట్టి చాలా నోన్ టు అన్నోన్ అవుతుంది. సో మనం కూడా దాన్ని మనకి ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే పేపర్ 1లో 30 మార్క్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 30కి 30 కొట్టాలి. సరే మన ప్రయత్నం అనేది సరే ఎండొచ్చినా పర్లేదు. మేడం గారు కూడా చాలా టెక్నిక్ చెప్పారు. అంటే మనం 20 అయినా పర్లేదు, లేదా 30లో ఎన్ని అంటే అన్నీ కరెక్ట్గా మనం ఎట్లా చేయాలనే విషయాన్ని ప్రస్తావించడం జరిగింది. అదేవిధంగా బుక్స్ విషయం కూడా టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్తో పాటు మళ్ళొకసారి ఆ గ్రామర్ బుక్స్ పేరు దయచేసి మళ్ళొకసారి కొద్దిగా నెమ్మదిగా స్లోగా. ఇప్పుడు రెనిన్ మార్టిన్ అనేది నాకు ఒకటే తెలుసు, కానీ ఇప్పుడు మేడం గారు ఒక 5-6 పుస్తకాలు చెప్పారు, వేరు పేర్లు ఉన్నాయి. సో దయచేసి మళ్ళొకసారి చెప్పాలని వేడుకుంటున్నాను. అంతేకాకుండా మేడం గారు చెప్పిన విషయం ఏంటంటే ప్రాక్టీస్ అనేది ప్రాణం అంటున్నారు. అదే రకంగా ఇప్పుడు మనకు పాత పేపర్లు కనుక చూసినట్టయితే అది జనరల్ పేపర్. ఇది మీ అందరికి తెలిసిందే. జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ పేపర్ కామన్ 71 నుంచి వెళ్ళి 100th వరకు 30 బిట్లు జనరల్ ఇంగ్లీష్కి వెళ్ళే వస్తుంది. సో అది తప్పనిసరిగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంది. టీజీటీ పీజీటీకి కామన్ పేపర్ ఇది, ఒక రోజు నాడే ఉంటుంది జనరల్ పేపర్ అనేది మీ అందరికి తెలిసిందే. సరే, ఏదైనా ఈ విధంగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. ఓల్డ్ పేపర్ తీసుకోండి. ప్రాక్టీస్ అనేది ఏదైనా అది మీరు మామూలుగా గ్రూప్ 2 కావచ్చు, గ్రూప్ 1 కావచ్చు, లేదా వేరే మీ ఏ లెవెల్ ఉన్నా కూడా దయచేసి ఏది దొరికినా కూడా అలాగే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయమంటున్నారు. అది చాలా హెల్ప్ చేస్తుందని చెప్తున్నారు. మేడం గారు దయచేసి బుక్స్ గురించి మళ్ళీ ఒక్కసారి చెప్పాలని వేడుకుంటున్నాను.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. రెన్ అండ్ మార్టిన్ హై స్కూల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ బుక్, అది ఓల్డ్ అట్లా అని ఏం లేదు. యూ హ్యావ్ ప్lenty of exercises in that. Once a chapter is given and followed by exercises, and somewhere you feel that this is very difficult, it takes lot of time, you do only 1 or 2 exercises in that. Next, Raymond Murphy, one more book is called Raymond Murphy, useful for 6th and 7th students, all high school students. Raymond Murphy. Thompson and Martinet, that is also one good book. Havings, then you have advanced level, and so these helpful for you all, and they will serve your contain chapter with content and followed by exercise. That's only to develop your content, not to answer the question in the examination. Answering the question in the examination is purely based on your competency of how far you have understood that grammar concept. So you have understood the grammar concept very nicely, definitely your competency is improved. So for which you have to go across various kinds of competitive examination papers. Thank you very much.
ఓకే అండి, అదేవిధంగా చెప్పారు. హిందీ పేపర్ కూడా చదవమన్నారు. ఇక్కడ అవకాశం ఉంటే అక్కడ సాధ్యమైనంత ఒక 10 నిమిషాలు 15 నిమిషాలు వినడం, మాట్లాడడం అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అదేవిధంగా గ్రూప్స్లో కూడా మీరు వీలైనంత వరకు షేరింగ్ చేసుకోమన్నారు. మేడం గారికి మనందరి తరఫున మరొకసారి హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ, ఎందుకోసమంటే మనకు ముందు కూడా గ్రామర్లో దయచేసి మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మనకు తెలిసిందే, మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నట్టయితే 2 రకాలుగా అందులో కూడా మీకు డౌట్స్ అడిగే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. దయచేసి మీ యొక్క డౌట్స్ను పుటప్ చేయండి, వారు కూడా చూస్తారు ఈ యొక్క వీడియో లోపల, దానికి అక్కడే ఆన్సరింగ్ ఇస్తారు. ఒకవేళ ఇంకా ఎమర్జెన్సీ అనిపిస్తే తప్పనిసరిగా మేడం గారితో మాట్లాడండి. తప్పనిసరిగా మంచి మార్కులు సాధించాలి, విజయాన్ని సాధించాలని తప్పనిసరిగా మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ, ముందు ఏమైనా టాపిక్స్ మీద కూడా మేడం గారిని మళ్ళీ మన అందరి తరఫున రిక్వెస్ట్ చేద్దాం. ఎందుకంటే గ్రామర్, సింపుల్ గ్రామర్, ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సినానమ్స్ అన్నారు, ఆంటానమ్స్ అన్నారు, మామూలుగా రకరకాల అంశాలు చెప్పారు. వీలవుతుంటే దేనికి ఒక 10-15 మినిట్స్ క్లాస్ అట్లా తీసుకున్నట్టయితే ఇంకా కొంచెం మీకు కాంప్రహెన్సివ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఎవరైనా తప్పనిసరిగా చెప్పినా తప్పనిసరిగా యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది. సో వన్స్ అగైన్ మేడం గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. వన్స్ అగైన్ మీ అందరికి విజ్ఞప్తి, ఎవరైనా మన ఛానల్కు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోకపోయినట్టయితే తప్పనిసరిగా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవాలని వేడుకుంటూ, ముందు మనకు పెడగాజీలు కానీ అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులు కూడా సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్ మిత్రుల చేత, ఎందుకోసమంటే చాలామంది కూడా మీకు చేయూతనివ్వడానికి సంసిద్ధంగా ఉన్నారు మేడం. చాలామంది హౌస్ వైఫ్స్ ఉన్నారు, అదేవిధంగా చాలామంది కోచింగ్లకు వెళ్ళిన నిరుపేద పిల్లలు కూడా ఉన్నారు. అంటే కోచింగ్ పోతే అనే కాదు, ఎవరు విన్నా వారికి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. కోచింగ్ పోయిన వాళ్ళైనా పోని వాళ్ళైనా ఇక్కడ స్తోమత అనేది కాదు, క్వాలిటీ అనేది చాలా ముఖ్యమైనది. మీరు మంచి అంశాలను ప్రస్తావించినందుకు మా అందరి తరఫున మీ అందరికీ కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేస్తూ, వన్స్ అగైన్ థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ మేడం.